Yeah, morning all. It's just about 10 o'clock, but there's the ferry again on Tuesday the 3rd of September. Come on Tim, it can't be. I've lost track of time already. It's only been 3 days. This is day 3 out of 4 on my September trip. 2024, yeah, that year, just in case. Look, they're still loading. They seem more complete now. There's more filled in near the top, more uniform shape. I don't know, it must be loading then. It must have taken days to do so. I mean, they've been here all 3 days, and I've been in and around Harwich, which is over there still. And there's a load of other ships all loading up as well. Now, take a good look at this, because it's probably the best view of these we're going to get now for the rest of the holiday, because tomorrow will be the other side of that, and it's just going to be spiky aluminium fence and squat all view. Big thundering dual carriageway of lorries and stuff, I expect. There's the ferry. Don't need you today, I'm going straight onward today. So, a bit of a shorter one today, but with a thrilling finale. I'll explain more about that as we go. But yeah, we're basically at Shotley Gate, the HMS Ganges Museum, the closed cafe. I've worked it out. Apparently everything around here in this part of the world closes on a Monday and a Tuesday, particularly pubs, which I suppose makes sense. If you need to drop 2 days of the week because it costs too much and you don't earn enough revenue to stay open all week. But you can't close on a Saturday or a Sunday because those are days people actually use the pub. So give yourselves Mondays and Tuesdays off, inconveniencing no one except itinerant hikers. Yeah, I guess I'll never know what your coffee was like. So yeah, I'm going to cross this little lock thing to the marina and then crack on. It's about, I don't know, about 10 miles today, maybe less. It's going to be a short one. Depending on a critical, life-changing decision I will have to make at near the end of today's trip, which I shall explain as we go. Anyway, I need to crack on. Let's make a start. On their way out, but that's okay. I can use this upper one here. Not a lot of difference, but you can see it is a tidal lock. I suppose at certain times of the day you can just have both gates open. Refresh the water in here. Shotley Gate Marina still. So we're following, let's see. Well, so far so good. So this is the Stour and Orwell way, which I'm following pretty much religiously today. It seems to adhere to the coast pretty much the entire way through today, except a few sections where it detours slightly inland, presumably just to avoid actually unpassable coastline with no path. So that means the navigation should be nice and straightforward, nice and simple, with grey discs with little yellow arrows on. Sometimes I do still get a twinge. I don't imagine I could possibly afford one of these, but maybe day trips, holidays, you know, I'm sure there are trips where you get to go and crew on somebody else's yacht, you know, it's a sort of excursion type of thing. Maybe that's a place to start. I think it's just the lifestyle, it's the lounging around. Mind you, you're looking at somebody who cannot sit still for an hour and just wait for sunset when he's hiking. I think I probably would get bored on a yacht. More of this. Let's try some zooms over here. There we go, 10 times. What we got? Enormous. It's just not man-made artifacts on a larger than human scale, you know. Quite always awe-inspiring. I can't be bothered to look them up. Marinetraffic.net or whatever. Marine Traffic Watch. That's where they have designations and ports and draft. Yes, so we're heading away from that, and then we'll come back down the other side. But from the other side I mean, there literally is no foreshore access along there. It's a working industrial container port. So there will be about 2 miles of trudging along a very noisy aluminium spiky fence bordered dual carriageway full of thundering lorries, I expect. Something to look forward to tomorrow. Let's carry on round. Another day, another river. This is the Orwell. We're done with the Stour. I'm never seeing that again. It's not malice, I've just got too many other rivers to see in my life. But yes, this is the Orwell, from which the author George Orwell took his name, his pen name. Originally born Eric Blair, author of 1984, Animal Farm, etc. I've done this fact already, but just in case somebody has for some reason skipped directly to this video out of all of them, there you go. Yes, about 10 to 12, 15 miles that way, sort of northwesterly direction. It ends up in Ipswich, where my car is. Currently languishing in a spiral underground car park, which is fantastic. Very Jerry Anderson, I approve. So I need to get back there, basically. It's today's plan, along the south bank of the Orwell River. It rained fairly heavily last night. Woke me up in my hotel room, but I thought, oh no, I'm in a hotel room, I don't need to worry about it. But yeah, heavy enough on the roof to wake me up. So, but that was basically near Ipswich. It seems they got off a bit less heavily here. I mean, you can see the ground's had a little soak, but not nearly enough to saturate it, and already the grass is drying. So yeah, no need to get the gaiters out, which is good, because although those do keep water out, they also keep it in, which means I get wet regardless, but at least I don't get muddy. Morning! Chap in a digger there having a tea break. Some sort of environment agency improvement works. I saw a sign, but it was all a bit tattered and faded, so I'm not quite sure what they're actually doing, but involves a Caterpillar tracked vehicle with a digger on the front. And just him on his own from the looks of it. See his van in the field behind. And there's a sort of works depot over there. Yeah, I don't know, some sort of... these stones look quite new. They look quite fresh, not weathered or anything. Maybe that's it. Maybe they're just shoring up this whole thing. It's this sea defence. It's been mown recently, which is good. Look at this. It's like a cricket lawn. A giant hogweed ready to lash out at me today. Well, not on this bit anyway. Yeah. But yes, about 50% chance of rain in Ipswich. Light rain toward the end of the day, 5 o'clock. So I think I'm going to be all right. Actually, I think I dodged the weather that we had last night. I think this end down at Shotley Gate didn't get much of it anyway. I just had to stop and put the suntan stuff on because safety first. I do lobster very easily. I'm not one of your natural sunbathing people. Pasty Viking descent, I imagine. So yeah, like I say, relatively short day today if I take the life-changing decision, which is upcoming. I'm going to deliberately tease that out for at least the next couple of hours, so I apologise for my tediosity. But it's possibly one of the most exciting things that's going to happen to me this week. Actually, I'm a little bit nervous and worried about it as well, but we'll deal with it. See, I think that one up on the hill there is Shotley, which is different to Shotley Gate. Tiny little villages, most of which are closed on a Tuesday, probably. I'm not anticipating any pubs or anything on the way today. Even if there are any, they're probably all closed because Mondays and Tuesdays close in Suffolk. I don't know if it's a county-wide thing. You know, I haven't checked if the pubs near where I live close on a Monday and Tuesday. To be honest, they probably do. It's probably just a global economic downturn thing, rather than any kind of Suffolk custom. What do I think of Suffolk so far? Well, yeah, largely indistinguishable to Essex, certainly the north part. I wonder if that will enrage any Suffolkites. What's the name? Suffolkists. I'm trying to think if it's Suffolk or Norfolk. They're basically two clumped together, north and south, like so. One of them is where the Detectorists is set. Not the Detectorists, isn't it? Toby Jones and Mackenzie Crook comedy show, which I personally quite like a lot. Whimsical, gentle comedy. I'm trying to think of anything that Ipswich is famous for, and I'm really having trouble. I mean, at least Norwich has like Alan Partridge, Nicholas Parsons. I just don't really. The Only pop culture Ipswich reference I've ever heard of was there was an episode of the BBC radio comedy Cabin Pressure set there, which was quite a good one, quite a good series all in all. But yeah, I think it's just a place. A lot of places are just places, you know. People live there, they work there. Not really famous. No sort of nation recognised defining stigma about the place. You know, some horrific thing that happened there that people only ever remember your place for. I don't know, was there something about truck driving, murdering prostitutes or something? I don't know. Rather unsavoury, probably not worth remembering at all. But yes, anyway, keep it light. Yes, I'm going upstream to Ipswich, more or less. Well, that's interesting. Couple of things. Well, here's one of these again, but I can't be bothered with it this time. They've had my volunteer work on the last one. Put your phone in the hole that's too small for a Galaxy S22 Plus. Yeah, here's the Stour and Orwell walk, but there's a lot of crap under here. So I've just done the lower half, which apparently is closed until extended in force by the Minister until 31st of December 2024, or until the completion of works, whichever is the earlier. Would have been open today, in fact. Is it the 3rd today? Yes, 3rd of September. Today it would have been open, but they've extended the closure. So I've just walked the entire length of that lower one, past a bloke in a JCB who was presumably doing the works, who seemed fine and didn't shout at me and tell me I've got to go back the way I came or anything. So I'm wondering about the other side as well now. I mean, do I risk it? Or do I do a tedious inland detour? Try and work it out, go around. I don't know. So I'm worried I will hit an actual physically impassable section of path and have to double back. So I don't know. I think I was lucky just there. Well, I was lucky because I'd just been. Well, basically, I was on the bus to Shotley Gate, and there was a woman, quite old, sort of 60 or 70 or so, white hair. She had a backpack and hiking gear and all the outdoor gear. Looked like she was doing a bit of an outdoor trip, like me. And she got off the bus and then was following me all the way through the marina. Not on purpose, not following me, obviously, but I guess she might have had the same idea. But then I look back and I can't see her at all. Now, either I blasted her off into the dust completely, she's just really slow, in which case, you know, whatever, but or she saw me ahead and thought, there's a very strange, unaccompanied man. I probably don't want to be anywhere near him in case he murders me in a hedge. And then she's just like sat on a bench for an hour to give me a significant head start, which, you know, it's fine. I mean, I'm not really intimidating, I wouldn't say, but no one knows that from a distance. Yeah. Or she's seen the corresponding sign here at the other end and gone on the inland detour. So I don't know what to do now. I mean, my gut says let's just push through anyway, given, you know, some of the nonsense we encountered yesterday. But what is the detour? How far out of my way is that going to be? Oh, it's yeah, I see, in there, and then around there. Quite easy to get lost around there. Temporary closure order. Well, now I know that it could potentially be closed. I mean, ignorance got me through there, and luck. So I probably ought not to. I think it would have gone over there. I probably ought not to go this way. All right, let's look at the inland detouring then. So if I'm here, I'll need to go along that one, probably along this one up to this house here. Probably follow that one there. Is this a road? I assume this is a road of some sort. I'll chance it along there anyway, and then up there to rejoin the path. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I do try to be a law-abiding countryside code person, you know, where I can, where it doesn't cost me anything. But yes, you can swivel for your changing landscape photo. I've been inconvenienced. So down here then, and then I'll have to try and wing it. So down that way, first right, follow that down to the end where there's a farm, then go left, follow that till there's a track road, follow that around and go right. Okay, like a big L shape. Yeah. All right, let's try it. Do my bit for not contravening local bylaws or something, because I'm all about not trespassing. All right, through here. The map didn't look like a very large scale map, so probably not that much of a detail. Here we go. Here's my inland detour. I'm looking at it, it looks fine to me from here. Oh, there are more JCBs down there, look, doing stuff. Yeah, maybe I made the right call. A lot of pheasants along here. Well, pheasants are strange animals. They'll wait until the point of absolute terror, and then they'll suddenly explode off like a landmine, startling the hell out of me. A sudden burst of flapping wings. Hello. And the one on the trail. Excuse me, coming through. Oh, what have you got on your shoulder? Are you wounded, or is that just coloration? Patch of feathers. Yeah, I think they're adolescents, these. Don't know if they're females. The males are the brighter colour ones, although maybe that one. I need to stop and zoom before it buggers off. Yeah, I did zoom, but it buggered off. But yes, it had sort of, it wasn't, like, the red splotching wasn't a wound or an injury like I thought. It's actually, they were feathers. So I think it's probably molting out its adolescent feathers, becoming the more traditional male pheasant, sort of copper brown. I guess the two species, genders are indistinguishable as youngsters. They probably get the same highly camouflaged feathering as chicks. But then the females continue to molt out into still camouflage stuff, whereas the male pheasants tend to go with this fabulous copper bronze look with a white collar and big blue splotches, which doesn't really do them any favours. But yes, then a whole load of them blew up out of the hedge I was next to after deciding I had stayed long enough to be an actual threat. And just pointed out to them that kind of reaction was exactly what gets them killed in shooting season. But and if they just stayed still, no one's going to pick them up and eat them. Still, there we go. Yeah, I try to be sympathetic to all living things, but some species do make it hard. So I think I need to be through here to these houses. I think there's a road or a track on the left, and then one on the right after that. And we'll end up back down by the river again. Excellent, I made it. This is the other end. I am here. So that's all closed. Did see a camp of JCBs and things up on the hill there, quite a large one. So I guess there's something major going on. Environment Agency partnership signs on. Shotley is away. Pin Mill, Ways Lane Water. Thank you. Dog bucket. Oh, the tap. Water. Yeah. I'm actually alright. Bought 2 bottles with me today after yesterday's minor panicking. Very public spirited though. Something in there. Rabbit or something. Cat maybe. Right, on we go. Back on the shore. Ow. Oh, it's okay. Don't get penetrated by shirt. Right, good. I'm going to stop for a bit of a sit and a swig. It's dry enough, but has been wet, so the grass is all unpleasant to sit on at the moment. This will do. Yeah, just taking in the tranquil riverside view. Do a slow pan. Here we go. Cute little house on the edge of the forest there, on the riverside. That red boat's been making some good headway as well. Just filled up its front sail. Snowing down a bit. It's not super windy today, which is good. That'll come in handy later. Ooh, nice. Settling into the stride now, you know, they'll sort of midweek just get on with it sort of feel. Not feeling any particular blistering or injuries, just a bit achy, but that's just prolonged exercise for you, I guess. Not concerned about any of it. Should definitely be good for the rest of today and tomorrow all along there somewhere. Again, it looked like it's the Stour and Orwell way all the way, and some inland detouring to avoid unnavigable shorelines. I'm just content to follow it, to be honest. It's close enough, certainly. Yeah, good. Alright, I'll sit and take 10 and move on towards that forest. Oh, that's nice. Welcome to Orkney's Woodlands. Bit of an offshore detour now, up into the woods, which is nice because the sun's just come out, so welcome shade. Pinmill Cliff Plantation. Ah, the old National Trust. Yeah, take your horses and skedaddle. Please avoid lighting fires, damaging trees or plants. I can deal with all that. That seems reasonable. Bit wet anyway for fires. Oh, a bit of a hill climb. Didn't think there were any hills around here. Maybe Suffolk's got hills. I think that was an Essex thing. Almost getting Exmoor vibes on the cliffs on the north side of Devon. God, that was a back-breaking first week. Bit of a reality check. So here I am, plodding away still. Right, so this goes up and down, comes out the other side of the forest, a place called Pin Mill, where there might be a cafe, which might be open, but I don't know. It's Tuesday, so who knows. We'll see. Might make a little impromptu lunch stop. It's 11:37 right now. I've only been going for an hour and a half, really, so I don't know if I deserve a stop, but as I say, relatively short one today. See when we get there. Well, here we go. Some local information. Press pause for more information. Probably not zoomed in enough. But here's a spoiler map. Look. Okay, yeah, this is a bit well familiar with this bottom piece here. I'm there. Heading to here. And then coming back down to here. And that's my week. But weeks to come. Look at this. So there's the River Deben. And there's, of course, a ferry across the mouth of the Deben, which I'm not allowed to use. So there's going to be a day up to there and a day back there. Then there's some stuff all along here. This is the blue one's the Suffolk Coast Path, which I imagine the ECP will be piggybacking off here and plagiarising extensively. So up to Oldburg, that's where I want to try and get to, because once I get there, all this nonsense is over and it's essentially straight up all the way to Lowestoft and beyond. Which is great. Great Yarmouth somewhere up there. So I'm looking forward to that. But yes, October's going to be challenging anyway, dealing with this section I suspect, but let's worry about this for now. Be a cafe around here somewhere. Keep an eye out. Take nothing but pictures, leave nothing but footprints, kill nothing but time. Live, laugh, love. Well, that was Pin Mill, which not only had a pub, it was open on a Tuesday at 12 o'clock. So I'm all lemonaded up and ready for the next bit. Let's go. Quite wide and well trodden along here. So it gets more traffic than the stretches up near Shotley. So I'm heading for somewhere called Wolverstone Marina next. At which point we go on a big old inland detour to go around some country estate or another. And then on to the next bit. Making some good progress though. 12:30, yeah, I reckon probably maybe a 3 or a 4 finish today. So quite a short one, even with a 10 o'clock start. It's good. The next one's going to be quite long. It's basically the same again, but then with an additional 4 miles or so of Felixstowe container port to go around before I get down to the end. So it's a problem for tomorrow there. Just enjoying today. It's dried up a bit now. The sun's been shining for a while. It's all quite back to pleasant summery breezes now. A bit humid and damp this morning, but it turned out nice again. Better weather than I deserve, frankly. Normally the September one, I'm dodging named storms, but I don't think that's started yet. So there's advantages to going early. I think I tend to normally go last week in September, not the first. No particular reason, just climatically a bit cooler toward the end of the month. This is okay though. Decent breeze. Right. Big old set aside there. At least a year's growth. Maybe more. There's wildflower meadow. Seeing all the butterflies dancing around. I love it. Yep, this is a marina. They don't want us on their lawn. Got to use this bit. Ah, they really are the golf clubs of the coast, aren't they? Well, the golf clubs on the coast are also the golf clubs of the coast today. I don't mind, just passing through. Oh, I lost my yellow. No, I see one there. Yellow arrow on the post. Good. I think this might be my big inland detour. Okay. Fair enough. All looks a bit posh around here. I'll get chased off by a groundskeeper. Up here it is then. I'm getting a sense of grudging public access. Yeah, it definitely goes across here. In a vaguely straight line, I imagine. Well, there we go. What crest is that? ISH. Who knows? Just passing through. This is why I can't even get to the foreshore. It must extend quite extensively. Alright, well, let's go this way and hope to see another yellow arrow. Village Green Preservation Society. Indeed. Just meandering along a country lane now, in the middle of summer in Suffolk. Lovely. Just trying to work out what's happened here. This is potatoes, or it was. I think they've been harvested. I think I had them out. That must be a pretty complicated machine that does that. It's not just your normal combine harvester. It has to sort of plough them out, I suppose, and then somehow dump the rows back into... Missed one. Gotta be careful with potatoes. Green bits, very bad for you. Solanine. I gave myself solanine poisoning once. It wasn't potatoes. It was, I think it was aubergines or something. Didn't cook them properly. Made myself very ill. Mediterranean tray bake. Yes. Got sick for a day or two. Didn't manage to kill myself or anything, obviously, but made me take aubergines seriously. I can tell you. So yeah, another coiled up water hose thingy. With a sprinkler system somewhere. Guess it's the spuds that need the extra water, yeah. So these are all done now, these are all out. Help myself to some spares. Not sure what I do with raw potatoes at this point. I don't think I've got the facilities back at the hotel to cope with them. There's not even a mini bar fridge in my room, let alone an actual oven. Apparently there is room service. I could say I could have stuff sent up to me if I want, but I don't, so it's fine. Don't like to cause any trouble. Oh yeah, look there on the back, it's the sprinkly spinny bit, I think. That's the reel. I did see some sort of pipe work over by those trees, so maybe it connects onto a main somewhere. Yeah. See that time of year. Getting everything out. So obviously that's some busy old road the other side of that hedge. See it obviously. I think that's the one the bus came along this morning. So see, homing in, getting there. I just sort of zigzag my way around and sort of join it, I think, and then trudge along the side of it for a bit on an actual path. I think I saw one. I don't know. We'll see. Ooh, how are we doing for time? It's just gone 1 o'clock. I think I'm making really good time. I think it could be a pretty early finish, even with a late start. So this particular day was going to be a short one anyway. Yeah. Tomorrow's a bit longer, but I think I've got a plan to help with that. All depends on what happens next. Oh, that one's open as well. Maybe I made up that Tuesday thing. Right, I've got to trudge along here for a bit. the 97. The bus I took to Shotley Gate on its way back. Just highlights the futility of what I do, really. Hey. Bloody hell, I think I either missed a turning somewhere or a sign, or the Stour and Orwell Way does become a B road for a bit. So it could be worse. So, here we go. So that is the Orwell Bridge. That is completed in 1983, 82, something like that. I'm trying to remember stuff I looked up on Wikipedia. Hold on. It's 43 metres tall in the middle. It's about 120 feet. It is about 1.2 kilometres long, with just under a mile, probably including approaches, and spans the Orwell, as you can see. My plan was basically just to park in Ipswich, up the end there, which is about another, well, that bridge is about half a mile away, but there's about another 3 miles upriver from that to Ipswich town centre. And then tomorrow I'd come back down the other side to the bridge, about 3 miles on the other side, and then carry on past and down on the other side onto Felixstowe. That's the big plan. But then again, I did some research though, and it turns out the ECP. Yeah, look, there's my. Oh God, I should have gone up there. Where was the other end of that then? Oh well, never mind. Yeah. So it turns out that the ECP, mischievous willow-wisp that it is, wants me to go across that. That is the England Coast Path. I mean, you wouldn't think there'd be a footpath along the side of it, would you? No, nor would I. But I ended up doing a street view reconnaissance on Google Maps there, and it turns out, yes, there is a sort of footpath. It's about a metre wide concrete verge between the metal crash barrier on one side and the outer retaining wall on this side. I mean, I can see lorries and the tops of vans, so I'm guessing that retaining wall is probably about, I don't know, waist height at least, maybe chest height on me. Can't see most of cars going past, so, you know, I guess I'm not actually going to fall off, and it's quite low wind today as well, so yeah, let's do it, why not? I mean, you know, it does seem a bit dangerous. In fact, yeah, I mean, the street view showed lots of weeds growing along the supposed alleged path, which makes me think hardly anybody goes across it because it looks mad and intimidating, and most people don't realise there is actually a footpath up there. So I suspect the few people who do go up there on foot and cross it cause something of a stir, which causes drivers going backwards and forwards across to go, oh my God, what's that person doing on this fidge? You know, the equivalent of walking along a motorway. That's not a motorway, that is the A14 that connects Felixstowe to, well, eventually to Birmingham. Cross-country arterial road. You see a lot of lorries going backwards and forwards. I mean, all those boxes you saw going on and coming off of those container ships down there, I think most of those end up on the back of a truck zooming across there at some point. So, but yeah. So of course, drivers see people walking along that bridge and think, oh God, that's obviously some sort of person about to jump off it. And they call the police, and the police come and they close a lane and they cause all sorts of travel disruption. Also, I think, you know, if the wind's more than 40 mile an hour or up to 60 mile an hour, they start to think about closing carriageways as well. Apparently it's got something of a blind humpback bridge effect on the top as well. It's essentially a blind hill in the middle, which is apparently quite dangerous for just general bad driving. And I'm going to go and try and walk across it. It's gotten so bad. I mean, this is all. None of this is helped by the fact that there is occasional actual suicides off the top of it. I mean, I did a bit of research. It turns out a local newspaper website had an article about how the local MP is campaigning to get the footpath part of this bridge closed because it causes so much traffic disruption. But as far as I can tell, it is a viable footpath, and indeed part of the proposed England Coast Path. I doubt we'll see any ECP signs up there. I haven't seen any all week. And I thought, well, yeah, my original plan was just go up to Ipswich, call it a day, and then come back from Ipswich. But the trouble is, if I do that, tomorrow becomes about 20 miles, so 18 to 20 or so. So I really want to try and shave some distance off tomorrow. And by starting again over there tomorrow, like local bus routes just the other side, there's an estate and so on, I can probably cut that back down to a 15 or so. But at the end of the day, it comes down to my slavish insistence on following the ECP's actual route. I can't be bothered to get debag at the moment, but I could show you on the map. The red line does definitely go across here. And I thought, well, if I'm going to start ignoring the red line, I might as well have just gotten the ferry from Harwich to Felixstowe and cut this entire 60 miles out. So if I'm going to slavishly obey the ECP, then I need to, well, yeah, do what it says. So, however, well, we'll see when we get there. I mean, I may get to the end there and find that there is a "don't be stupid, this footpath is closed as of such and such" sign, in which case, yeah, I'll just come back down and carry on up into Ipswich. But the plan at the moment is to finish today by walking about a mile, through the air, about 40 metres up. It's going to be exciting. I mean, there's going to be some good views from up there, I imagine, but I don't really want to dawdle too much when I'm up there because people will think I'm trying to do something foolish. Mind you, I'm wearing the uniform. You know, the people take one look at me and go, "Look, it's a 1930s scout leader," and then they take a second look and go, "Look, it's a hiker." So, you know, I mean, I've got too much to live for. I'm not going to take my own life. I haven't seen Cromer yet. But also, secret weapon. Hang on, let me debag. I shall show you the secret weapon. I had put in a little bit of forethought to all of this. So in my bag, sorry, I'm in a lay-by. I think I'm all right. I'm going to get summarily flattened before I even hit the bridge. Rummage. Lots of carry bag. Ta-da! I have the waistcoat of authority. High-vis jacket, which confers a bonus to looking like you're supposed to be there checks. I mean, if I'd have done more planning, I'd have bought a hard hat and a clipboard as well. But I think with this, I mean, just general road safety as well, but I might look like I know what I'm doing. I'm supposed to be up there, so I'll stick that on as I make my crossing. And then, yeah, I think it's going to be loud, it's going to be noisy. I mean, you think this is bad? This is a B road. That's the A14 up there. So, and I think the footpath is on this side, which means I should be facing oncoming traffic. So, yeah. Quite an adventure, I think, quite a thrill. I mean, you know, given the choice between this or wading across the Erm at Mothercombe in Devon, I think I'd have done the Erm again, you know. But this is far too big to wade across, obviously. And I don't really want to do the sort of extra 6 to 8 miles that going up to Ipswich and coming back down the other side would entail as well. So let's give that a go. Let's go. All right, the first step then is to get to the start of the alleged footpath and see if it is even allowed. If it is, then I will just have to tabard up, head down, trudge across. I mean, that's going to take me about 20 minutes to cross that, probably, on foot. It's quite long, and there's going to be a bit of vertigo going on, I suspect. I mean, I'm not normally prone to it, but, you know, just seeing that in the peripheral vision is going to make anyone think. Let's see, let's get there first. There's a path over there that offers a fork leading to it, so let's see what happens. Of course, someone's ploughed over the footpath. So I've got a muddy field to cross first as well. It's not too wet, so I'm not clagging up that badly. I need to bash it all off before I try and cross the bridge. Potatoes! Yeah, look, there's the plumbing kit that goes with the big reel of water over there for the sprinkler. Cumbersome. And presumably that hooks onto some sort of fire hydrant somewhere a bit more nearer everything, a road or whatever. Okay, cut down the side of there. And then climb up that embankment, I suppose, and stagger out onto the A14, why not? It's probably not the most stupid thing I've done this endeavour either. Not the most stupid thing I've done since Minehead. Definitely the most stupid thing I've done this week, though. Including tomorrow, most likely. Bloody hell. No, there it is. I was kind of hoping it didn't exist, to be honest, but no. Stour and Orwell Way does in fact cross this. Yes. It's like an optional shortcut. You can go straight on all the way up to Ipswich, but you can go that way as well, and ECP is quite consistent. Right. I mean, I want to actually enter on an actual footpath. I don't want to just scramble over the hedge onto the middle of the carriageway. That would be mad. All right, let's have a look. See what we see. There's my first one of those. I mean, not to make light of depression or anything, but surely there are less terrifying and less painful ways to do it. Right. There we go, pedestrians, do not cross the bridge when there are strong winds, do not cross the carriageways. Do not throw objects over the parapets. Okay? It's quite calm weather-wise, although those lorries are going to buff it a bit. I think I'm going to have to lose the hat, or I'm going to lose the hat. Just get my tabard out and get ready. Well, here we go. I think we're at the top. I'm not hanging around though, have a good look. Right, that's enough, moving on. Wow, people coming the other way. Not just me then. That's somewhat relieving. Oh, hang in there. Nearly done. Bloody hell. I don't quite believe that happened. Going down here for some quiet. Apart from anything else, I'm on the wrong side of the road and there's no way to cross here. I have to go under. Oh, hear myself think again. Mad. Definitely wouldn't want to try that in the rain or any strong winds. Oh, well, here we are on the north bank of the Orwell. And, oh, hang on, let's get my tabard off. Too bright for not wearing in traffic. Hat, hat, hat. I'm going to leave you here now. This is as far as we go today. Well, you and I go anyway. I'm going back under the bridge and try and find my way into the outer Ipswich to get a bus back to my car. Having saved myself an unnecessary 4 miles, 3 or 4 miles that way, and 3 or 4 miles coming back the other day. Yeah, the other way tomorrow as well. It's good. I can start from here, which I think is probably 15 at tops. I mean, there's still a fair bit more to do in Felixstowe as well. So, but yeah. I should make it just a normal sized day rather than a super sized one for my last day. But today's been a success. It's only what, 2 o'clock and I started at 10. Yeah, it's 4 hours walking basically, so probably 8 miles, maybe 10. The last mile of it terrifying, of course. But yes, right, we'll start here because I think the path actually goes that way next and then round and off down to Felixstowe that way. And that way goes under and towards Ipswich, so that's where I'll be going now. But don't worry, we can pick up here tomorrow and do some more, do it again. But yeah, thanks for watching and following and stuff, and thanks for holding my hand on the scary bit, well, yeah, metaphorically of course. I did it for you, listener. You made me strong, you made me brave. Yeah, crikey. Trying to think about that. I might have to drive across there to go and park the car in Felixstowe tomorrow. So we'll see. Anyway, I suppose in the driving course it's terrifying enough. Good, right then, I will sign off there then. See you later.